In today's world, brands have become increasingly important components of our economy. A brand serves to create expectations around a certain product. Yet the accounting professionals have so far rarely used this marketing tool. How come? Is it because this profession does not raise any expectations? Is it because it's dull? How are tax consultants perceived by society? Wilfried, when people ask you what you do for a living, what do you reply?
I tell them that I'm a tax consultant.
And how do they react?
Like, oh, how boring.
And how would you like to be perceived?
I would like to be perceived as exciting, challenging, thrilling.
And how do you do that? How can you get from being a wallflower to a glamour girl?
Well, we added a little spice to our brand. We invented the brand Tax in the City.
The new branding was introduced for the first time in October 2006 when Hübner & Hübner invited its clients to the annual client meeting. The event was themed Love, Lust and Passion. At the same time, the firm was invited to write a column in a well-known daily newspaper and was free to suggest a headline for the column. So what do you write about in your column?
To give you a few brief examples, when Paris Hilton visited the Austrian Opera Ball, we wrote about if the expenses for her invitation are deductible or not.
Do readers like the column?
Well, they find it funny, entertaining, they find it exciting, they love reading about tax.
Since Hübner & Hübner wanted to attract all its clients' senses, they also employed the theme on the telephone on hold message. They invited the German voice of Carrie Bradshaw to record the announcements for the firm's telephone answering machine. Branding not only allows Hübner & Hübner to reach new clients, but also new employees. That's why they used the new brand on a recruitment ad that is placed at the tube station next to Vienna's University of Economics. What's the new blog called?
Our new blog is called Accountig blog.
What does this stand for?
Accountig stands for Tax in the City.
So what's the content of it?
We are answering FAQs. Again, we are trying to be exciting, thrilling, sexy, and we even introduced Tax TV.
Starting this fall, Hübner & Hübner plans to introduce the new Tax in the City Club, which is an event organized by one of Austria's major banks. Last but not least, this year's annual client event will be themed Dress for Success. Is it just a presentation of styling tips?
Not really. We have a presentation of styling tips. At the beginning, we have a keynote speaker who is very famous in Austria about styling. But we have our employees on the catwalk for our clients.
Will you be on the catwalk as well?
Definitely, Astrid.
Tax does not need to be dull and boring. It can be taxi. It's just a matter of looking at it in a whole different way.